You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, smile makeovers using what's new in orthodontics. With us, we have an expert on the topic. He is Sacramento's go-to board-certified orthodontist, Dr. David Markham. Dr. Markham, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Randy. I'm pleased to be here.
Who is the typical patient? Like, who's coming in now? You say more and more adults now are coming in.
I'm amazed at how many adults are coming to get orthodontic treatment at this point in history. It's never been a better time to get braces with the new advances that are out. It's never been more comfortable. Treatment times are shorter than they've ever been. And people are starting to realize the value of a great smile, that can...
Really?
Yeah. A great smile transforms your life. It helps you to exude confidence and success.
Okay, so we're going to talk about two things today. The second half, what every parent needs to know about their kids and orthodontics. And then the first part, we'll talk about adult and orthodontics. But for kids, we were talking about the importance of a smile. What do you say to parents that are watching this, why you'd want to take care of those crooked teeth?
I think there's a number of valid reasons for why you want to take care of your kids' crooked teeth early in life. For starters, having a great smile in youth boosts the child's confidence. It helps them feel more normalized, especially during the awkward developmental years. I can think of a kid that came to see me who had a number of different features in his life. His father spoke English with a thick accent. His father reeked of cigarettes. And in today's kids, as cruel as kids can be, you have to guess that the guy was probably getting some harassment at school. And his father was a great guy, brought him in. Hey, he needs to get braces. Well, let me see. The kid doesn't want to smile at me. He doesn't want to open his teeth, his mouth. Finally peel his lips open, and there's the proverbial fangs sticking out. And the poor guy he's timid, he's shy, and he's embarrassed about it.
Is this common, by the way? A lot of little kids, like 11, 12, 14 years old, like never smile because of their teeth?
Yes.
Really?
I see
Okay.
it all the time in my practice. And the transformation that took place in that guy's life is just amazing. You know, by the time he finished his treatment, and
The kid with the fangs.
Yes, the kid with the fangs. We used orthodontics treatment, put his natural teeth in the right positions within his face, and at the end of the treatment, he's all grown up. I'm checking his retainers. This is years into the future from the start. And he drove himself to his appointment. He's got this winning, big smile. He comes in. My assistants are charmed by him. He's a handsome guy. And he tells me he's running for class president in his high school. And,
nice.
And he gives me some parting wisdom. I say, I'm amazed you're doing that. Good for you, I'm proud of you. And he tells me, go big or go home, Dr. Markham. That's a life-transforming experience because his dad did what he was supposed to do for the young man, gave him every chance for success that he could, built him a beautiful smile by getting him the orthodontics treatment. And next thing you know, the guy is running for his class president. I call that an important event in the child's life.
So when should a parent take their kid in to see an orthodontist? Really just when they see these obvious, like overbite, underbite, crooked teeth?
Well, for sure. Then you see an obvious problem, you should get your child in. But there are some telltale signs that would cause a parent to know it's time to take the kid into the orthodontist. For example, when kids aren't smiling and you can't get them to smile for photographs, that's a clue that your child, for some reason,
Good point.
is not comfortable with his or her smile. That's time to go see the orthodontist.
Like in school pictures or whatever, they will not smile showing their
Yes.
teeth.
Yeah, and a lot of kids they don't tell their parents. Even in my office, I get kids there.
So when the parent leaves, do they tell you?
Yes,
Kids, open
yes.
up? What do they say?
Well, and oftentimes before the parent leaves, and the mom will say, hey, come on, you've been complaining about that gap in your front teeth all this time. Now the doctor's asking, why aren't you telling them? So the kids sometimes do tell parents, other times they don't, and it's hard to kind of eke that out of them sometimes. But I think the obvious signs of needing help is when your child's not comfortable smiling under any circumstances, for family photos, for Facebook shots, or whatever. You know that there's a smile that needs to come out of there. It's time to get in and see the orthodontist.
So moving on to the adults. Like you say, more and more, I guess, adults over 30, over 40, over 50 are getting orthodontics. So what's hot right now?
That's right. Well, what's hot right now is everybody's heard of Invisalign, and I think that's put a resurgence into orthodontics because adults are saying, hey, I've always wanted to do that. Some adults have never had braces. Their teeth are crooked. They always wanted to do something good with their smile to enhance it, improve it as best as it could be. So Invisalign helps with that. For example, Randy, a lot of adults have the privilege of wearing braces when they were younger. They got their teeth straightened, and then they didn't wear their retainers. Now they're adults, and they're starting to notice that their lower teeth typically start to shift and become crooked.
How old are the people? Like the people that are coming in to do this? To get ortho maybe just on their bottom?
From all ages. We had a patient who was 75 years old, and she had gotten into some real dental challenges, and she wanted to turn the clock back. And even though she lost all of her upper teeth and ended up with implants and a full denture there, she still had her natural teeth on the lower, and they were crooked, and she wanted to save them, and they could be saved. So she went through orthodontic treatment, and she was a jovial lady that used to go around my waiting room and tell everybody in the waiting room, I'm Dr. Markham's youngest patient. And
so 70 is not too old,
no,
70 plus
no,
to move teeth?
Anybody that's got a desire to keep their natural teeth in their jawbone is a good candidate. Obviously, there have to be healthy gums and healthy supporting tissues around the teeth, but anybody that wants to do this is a great candidate to have orthodontics treatment.
So Invisalign, okay. When is somebody good for Invisalign? And we're talking about adults right now.
Yes.
And when is somebody good for traditional orthodontics? And are there, could you get away from the metal braces, metal looking braces?
Absolutely. There are a lot of exciting options for folks that want to straighten their teeth. I think Invisalign's a great treatment choice for anybody that's motivated to wear the aligners with discipline. You can make dramatic transformations with your teeth and your smile using this system. I think people that aren't a good candidate for Invisalign, and typically they tell me, people that know they're absent-minded, they know they're not going to be disciplined about.
Like they're going to lose a tray or something.
They're going to lose the trays, and they're not comfortable exerting that initial pressure of discomfort, and they just say, no, just let me have traditional braces, and I'm not a good candidate for Invisalign. But by and large, anybody that wants to do it is a great candidate if they know that they'll discipline themselves to using the appliance as instructed. You asked earlier about what's new and hot in orthodontics, and another exciting feature is the lingual braces, the invisible braces that fit on the back side of the teeth.
On the back of the teeth?
On the back of the teeth, so you can't see them. It lends itself to a virtually invisible treatment alternative. So nobody knows except the patient that you're wearing braces. In addition to that, we have better, clear brackets than ever before. In fact, the brackets I use in my practice are made from a monocrystalline sapphire. I mean, I'm talking, that's the ultimate bling bling. You're gonna be wearing monocrystalline sapphires on your teeth to develop your best smile ever. The other thing is, there are a lot of adults getting these $40,000, $50,000 smile makeovers, getting porcelain veneers and crowns on all of their teeth. And it's astounding to me in the sense that all you have to do is go get some limited orthodontic treatment. You can put your own natural teeth in their best possible smile and avoid the cost. And it's such an easy transformation to make.
I think it makes women that are in their 40s look younger. I know a couple that wear orthodontics. I mean, it makes it look like it's like a young look.
I agree with that.
Do they say that to you, by the way?
Yeah, I've had some adult patients that it's time to take the braces off, and they say, oh no, I want to keep them on. They're enjoying that kind of a youthful return that wearing braces imparts to them.
Now, I don't think we mentioned, and I'm going to have your wife on the show too, talking about cosmetic dentistry and dental implants and things like that. But do you two work together? Do you ever go in her office? Does she go in your office? Because you're in two separate places.
Absolutely, we do work together. In certain situations, the patient is going to benefit best from having both treatments. I can think of a lady that we both worked on who had gone through a divorce. She's in her mid-40s. Her teeth were severely worn and darkened, and she looked 10, 15 years older than her mid-40s. And she was in a state where she wanted to do something about herself. She's back suddenly into the dating scene, and because of her bad bite, she couldn't just easily get veneers and do the smile makeover, even though she could have afforded it. And so it was necessary for us to correct the bite orthodontically first, and then she could get the best results with her porcelain veneers and crowns, which she did, and it immediately took 10 years off of her age. Guess what happened to that lady?
What?
She found new love, and she found a new career. She and her new husband moved to the coast and proverbially rode off into the sunset.
So in your practice with the adults that are getting orthodontics, is it mostly women?
No, it's not, Randy. We have a lot of adults that are men getting braces or orthodontic treatment. For example, I have a principal of a local school in my neighborhood that just came in. He's excited. He's started with his Invisalign treatment, and he's already starting to see the changes. And another young man, he's young to me because
all right,
he's in his mid-20s. He was a perfect situation where he knew he wasn't going to be a good candidate with Invisalign. The discipline to wear them. At the last minute, he switched. He got traditional brackets and wires on his teeth, the clear ones that look terrific. And he's just coming to the end of his treatment now. He's got such a great smile. He's just ecstatic. He's feeling more confidence. And he's so happy that he did this treatment.
Is that what this is? I mean, it's like a self-esteem thing.
I believe so. First and foremost.
Because you said it transforms their lives.
It does.
I got off the phone with you. I got to tell you, the first time we talked on the phone, it was like you were exaggerating.
No.
But you do think that this is life-changing. I mean, you see it.
It's life-changing. This changes people's lives from the moment they begin their treatment. They already know they're doing something good for their own health, but they feel good. Even the kids, they're thankful that the parents are doing something for them. And to watch these crooked teeth straighten out gradually as the treatment progresses, and then to graduate from the orthodontic treatment with this newfound winning smile is a life-transforming experience.
You're a board-certified orthodontist, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And there's a lot of general dentists doing this, okay? Why go to and by the way, does it cost more to go to an orthodontist?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
In fact, I think in many instances it costs less. We have the ability to offer an economy of scale, meaning we do a lot more of it, and we can offer more competitive rates. And you know, I know this could be a sensitive subject. You know, a lot of great orthodontic work being done by general dentists. I don't argue with that. But at the same time, if I'm going to go have my teeth treated by somebody for orthodontic problems, I want to go to a specialist because I know the specialist is dealing with these kinds of situations on a daily basis. They've seen the surprises that pop up in treatment, and they're better equipped and prepared to address those challenges. It makes me think of a patient that came to see me some time ago that had braces on from her general dentist. And this patient is madder than a hornet.
Okay, that's mad.
I didn't even want to be in the room with her. It was uncomfortable. And she tells me, you know, I got my braces on, my teeth used to be crooked, now they're straight, and now my front teeth don't touch anymore. I can't even bite through a sandwich without pulling the lettuce off. And, you know, I can fix that. I'm an orthodontist. I know what's happening in that situation, but it's a lot more difficult for me to get into the mad hornet relationship and try to backtrack.
Did you fix it?
I did not. The patient ended up going to a lawyer instead of to a dentist or an orthodontist. I don't know whatever happened with the case, but the general dentist didn't understand the diagnosis thoroughly enough to avoid that pitfall. And once she got into that pothole on the success highway, she found out she didn't know how to fix it.
Is there a lot of art to this, by the way?
I
don't mean to interrupt you, but
it's all art.
Like to create a beautiful smile. It's more than just straightening teeth. Is that how you feel?
I think orthodontics is art, but it's based on the science of physiology and the limits of the boundaries of anatomy, and it's all art.
Now, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm on your side here. I'm not endorsing you. I'm just asking the questions. But when people visit our website, they always say they want a referral, and we say we don't refer, but we do say if you're going to go somewhere, go to a specialist, and you're a specialist.
Absolutely.
Now, orthodontists also have, it seems like they all do financing, right?
That's correct.
Whereas a general dentist doing this doesn't really do all the time financing.
That's what
I mean,
I've
you kind of
noticed.
carry your own. financing?
Interest-free. We have the ability to extend payments over the course of the treatment, and I see it again and again. Local dentists, great dentists, offering some orthodontic treatments for their patients, but they don't want to accept payments over the course of treatment, and when the patient isn't able to pay in full up front, the dentist refers the patient to me because they know we have flexible financing with no interest during the course of the treatment. It's very affordable, and for this easy investment, I don't know why more people aren't doing it. You can go get your smile makeover, interest-free, over the course of treatment.
We're like $100 a month in some cases, right?
Absolutely.
So you could take a 35, 40-year-old woman or man,
yes,
and with low monthly payments,
yep,
they have a smile makeover.
Transform their smile.
You believe it really transforms them and their smile?
Absolutely.
I like when you say that.
I see it again and again. These adults getting done with treatment, they feel better. This fella that was thinking about using Invisalign and at the last minute switched to real braces is almost finished with treatment, and he is beaming. Every time he comes in, he's like, look at my smile. he had the underdog bite, or the bulldog bite. His bottom teeth were in front of the top teeth. Then he was very self-conscious about it. This guy stands up taller, he smiles more, he talks more to us, he's not shy. It's a remarkable transformation, and it's an affordable, easy investment, low monthly payments, and the journey is over all too quickly. That's the other thing our patients tell us. We get to the end, we get ready to take their braces off and fit them for retainers. Hey, what did you think about your treatment? I can't believe it's over already. I mean, the way I look at it, you either are gonna have crooked teeth today and in a year or 2 years, or you're gonna start changing your smile today and building your self-confidence, and you're gonna be there at the end in a year from today or in 2 years from today. It's an easy journey, it's affordable, and it changes your life. It sets you up for success in every endeavor that you're going to pursue, from love life to social life to the career choices. If you take two twin sisters, they both go with their MBAs in hand to the job interview, one smiling confidently and charismatically, and the other one is not smiling, she's shy, reserved. Who's gonna get the job?
Yeah, the person that seems positive. That's a good point.
I think so.
So it's not so much about the attractive smile, but if one is smiling and one isn't, then yeah.
Yeah, it's the self-confidence. That winning smile exudes self-confidence. It exudes success. And, you know, as humans, we're drawn towards positive things, and we naturally repel from negative things. And someone with a warm, greeting smile, we're drawn to that. We want to be with that positive experience and exchange of energy. Someone who's not smiling, I'm kind of insecure myself, so someone's not smiling, I think I did something wrong. Oh no.
Yeah.
They don't like me. And it's not true. We see it again and again.
So can you spot it as an orthodontist? You're walking around Auburn, I guess, and people are hiding their smiles? You can spot it?
I'm not good at spotting it.
Okay.
Not even in my clinic. I look at these little kids, and I'm getting better in my old age, where they come in, they're not smiling, they're not participating in the exam. I'm finally at a point of maturity where I say, that guy needs my help. That little lady needs my help. It used to make me nervous as all get out. Why don't they like me? Why aren't they smiling? And just one, you know, I just took braces off of a guy last week. And when he first came to see me, he wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't even tip his head up to look at me. And his parents did the right thing. They took him into the orthodontist. They recognized something wrong with his teeth. And I could barely peel his lips back to get a look in there. And there it was, the proverbial fang sticking out. And right behind the fang is the gappy tooth grin. There's no tooth. What's going on? Well, the tooth is stuck in the jawbone and it's colliding with the root of the fang, and that's why the fang is becoming a fang. And the end result is the kid doesn't smile. You know, it's right in the middle of your face.
Yeah.
Every time this kid talks or smiles, there's a tooth sticking out. It's noticeable. And it's the awkward years of adolescence. The last thing he wants is people poking fun at his fang again.
So and no parent wants their kid to be made fun of.
No.
As you're talking, you know, look, I have a 14-year-old. And I went on a school trip with him, and I realized that everybody's making fun of each other. I forgot that even exists.
That's
I mean,
what
one little
happens.
fault in there, and these kids are brutal.
Yes, they attack it. So this parent knew that, got the treatment the little guy needed, and here we are a couple of years later, and that's challenging when a tooth is stuck in the jawbone. It took a lot of effort to get his teeth in the right positions, but the look he gave me when I took his braces off, cleaned him up, polished his teeth, he looks in the mirror, and when he looked at me on the way out the office, the eye contact that he made with me was one of confident gratitude. There was no arrogance in it. It was this amazing, like, wow, I look great. And he does look great. You know the young ladies are going to be after that guy all over the place.
Because of his smile. Now, let's move on to the kids for a moment. Okay, so parents watching this show, let's talk about the obvious symptoms. Because we talked about on the phone that there are people with money and they're not doing anything or they're putting it off. So if you see like an obvious overbite or you see an obvious lot of crooked teeth at 7 or 8, that's too early. You have to wait till your permanent teeth come in?
No, absolutely not. You want to get those kids in there when they're starting to grow their permanent teeth. So we call it transitioning dentition, and it just means they haven't lost all their baby teeth yet. They've grown some permanent teeth. There's problems at that stage. It's much easier to fix them.
But if they're going to fall out, why would you want to do orthodontics on those teeth?
Well, it's not the teeth that are falling out that we're worried about. It's the teeth that are growing in to that bad setup. It's essentially a bad setup for the permanent teeth that are going to grow. And so you want to get them in early, and you want to diminish any of those problems by treating them early.
If you get your children in early, how soon could they be out of braces?
Look, a lot of the advantages of getting your child in early is that you can prevent worse problems from happening. So they could be out of treatment by the time they're 12, 13, rather than waiting to start their treatment when they're 13. Now they're looking at 14, 15, 16. It's nice to start early because of that early finish. If you get your kids in early for their orthodontic treatment, the best part about it is they don't have to go into high school with braces on. Their treatment is over and done before they get to those awkward teenage years. There's so many other things that kids want to worry about when they're in high school than worrying about their orthodontics treatment. They're trying to look good. They're getting ready to start dating. And kids who were lucky enough to have their treatment early go in with a full-bloom confidence, knowing that they look the best that they can look with a winning smile.
We're out of time, about a minute left, but Invisalign, teen Invisalign. I see the commercials.
Yes.
Is that popular?
That's hot. I just finished a patient that wore teen Invisalign, and this young man had the proverbial fangs, teeth sticking out, and he actually needed to have some teeth removed as part of his program. Invisalign Teen works. He got the smile that we were all looking for. He feels great. He's going to enter high school with no braces, no Invisalign. He's going to have the smile that will get him open doors of opportunity in all of the social pursuits that he has, whether he's getting into dating or if he just wants to go sing in the choir. This guy looks great, and it was all because he wore his Invisalign Teen.
But could you have really crooked teeth and get teen Invisalign, or you have to have pretty straight teeth?
No, you could have really crooked teeth and still get Invisalign Teen. One of the benefits of going to an orthodontist is, let's just say in a worst case scenario, the Invisalign didn't give us quite the results that we were looking for. When you are in my care, I just beg your forgiveness and put some traditional brackets on for a very short time to finish the details to perfection. Absolutely, Invisalign works for very crooked teeth and challenging cases.
Now and this is a controversial thing to ask at the very end, but I know that I guess there's a division in orthodontics. Maybe it's not a complete division, but where they never pull teeth on kids to straighten the teeth, and some do pull teeth. Where do you stand?
There's a right time to pull teeth and there's a wrong time. And it's dangerous to get into the trend. And recently we've been experiencing this non-extraction trend, which sounds appealing. Look, I'm a dentist. The last thing I want to do is tell a parent we're going to have some teeth removed from little Junior's mouth. I mean, that's not a comfortable message. But the fact of the matter is we're designing smiles based on artistic value, but we have to do it within anatomical limitations. Look, we see it all the time. I recently had a patient come to see me, finished with braces. She couldn't even close her lips around her teeth. And her dad thought that she was ill-mannered because every time they sat at the dinner table, she chewed her food with her lips open. And he was disgusted. He's like, why is she doing that? And my answer was, after making measurements, that she should have had teeth removed. Her treatment's finished, and she can chew her food with her mouth closed like a lady.
She did some corrections.
Yes. She ended up having to have some teeth taken out. So there's a time when you need to do that so that they can close their lips around their teeth. There's too much of a good thing. I love a lot of teeth, but when you can't close your lips, you're in trouble.
Wow.
It makes you look like you're ungraceful at the dinner table. You're sitting there smacking your food and you can't get your lips wrapped around your teeth.
So I guess the pediatric dentist is the one that usually dictates treatment and sends them to the orthodontist that they know. But can they call you directly? I mean, could they bring their 7-year-olds in?
Absolutely.
Well, I guess 7 years old is too young to see the orthodontist.
No, that's not too young. That's the ideal time.
Really?
So you don't need to wait for your dentist to tell you that there's a problem. If you look and you see, and I see this all the time in my practice, parents show up and they say, gosh, we knew he needed braces. Why didn't our dentist say anything? I don't know, but come and see me if you think that there's any troubles.
We are out of time. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So now your wife, who's going to come on our program, right? She's a dentist.
Yes.
You met working together at another dental office?
Yes.
Or something like
we
that?
We did meet working together, and she's my dentist. And
Oh,
she's the best dentist I know.
Do you disagree on anything? Because like she likes veneers in some cases. You like orthodontics.
Hey,
Do you disagree on anything about this?
You know, I don't disagree with that. There's a time and a place where certain treatments are the best choice for the patient. And those could be fighting words in our household. I always want to see the patient get braces. I feel like having your teeth in the right positions before you get cosmetic dental work makes the cosmetic dental work that much better, that much easier for the dentist to do a great job on. So, of course, I'm biased to orthodontics. But look, I see the reality of it. Who would want to do orthodontics treatment when they could just simply have their cosmetic makeover? If they can afford the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 treatment
For veneers.
for veneers,
Or you could just go to you and get low monthly payments. I'm not trying to downplay this, but that's true. You
it's
finance
true.
people,
Yes.
just about everybody.
Absolutely, about everybody, and we're comfortable with that. We don't demand payment up front.
Good for you. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's a
my
pleasure having you on the
pleasure.
program.
I'm pleased to be here. Thank you.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez for now. I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.